Happy Sunday, dear son, daughter, my niece, my nephew. I'm coming to you now because you're ready for the world. But the world may not be ready for you. I want you to know that it's important to understand places. Success is geographical. Success is geographical. Imagine if you place money in a bank compared to if you place money under the bed. What that money is going to produce, what that money is going to become, is different based on the place, the location that you placed it in. If your gift is in an environment where it is not supported but suffocated, then your gift is not going to flourish. A gift comes to you in form of a seed. Just like money, capital investment comes to you in form of a seed. And based on the environment that you place that capital, that seed, that investment, will determine what it's going to become. Some capital placed in a bad environment will become bankruptcy. Right environment will become profit. It will become wealth. It will become generational wealth. It will become a multi-billion-dollar corporation, global corporation, a new movement, a new technology, a new way of life for the people who use the products of that corporation or that company. So understand that success is geographical. There are places that will suffocate your gift. There are places that are not compatible with your gift and your inclinations for business. You could be a lover at heart, or you could be a fighter. These are two different people. I've realized these are two different personalities that you can embrace in business. If you're a lover, then you probably are someone who likes structure, who enjoys structure, and you flourish in an environment where there is policy, there is law that is proper, that is structured and well designed for businesses to flourish. And not that there is no law in the other environment, but if you're a fighter, if you're a hustler, then you could flourish in that environment. But for someone who prefers structure, who prefers format and well-planned execution of things, then they're not going to flourish in those environments. It's clear why the top companies in this world, we have revolutionized the way we do business, the way we live our lives. It's clear from the upbringing of the founders, from the environment of the founders, how they came to be where they are. If you take, for example, Bill Gates, who started Microsoft years back, that we still use today. Decades ago, we still use it today. Bill Gates was in a school program that was supported by the parents, and he got access to a computer, which access was not really a common thing for students at that age, at that level, for his generation. The time that he lived, he was one of the very few who got access to a computer at that level in school and managed to get time to work on that computer. And it so happened that he had interest in coding, and he's the founder of Microsoft. So many other examples are like this, where it's something you could consider as luck, but it's a sweet spot of a combination of the environment, the timing, and the preparedness and the gift of the entrepreneur or the founder. So that's why I encouraged you last time to start discovering and pursuing your gift and your dream early, because your gift will attract the right people in your life. Your gift will move you to the right place and right environment where your gift can be supported and your gift can flourish. It's sort of like you have to move to a place where the seed can germinate and grow from becoming a seed into a seedling, and then into a plant and into a tree. Because if there's no right moisture, there's no right warmth, and there's no right air, then the seed is not going to germinate and the seedling is not going to come out. The seed actually might rot. So it's not a matter of the seed will remain the same. The seed will not remain the same. The seed will rot if it's in the wrong environment. So you have to look at your environment and decide whether you're going to move. Another option for you is not to move, but you need to change that environment yourself. The environment that you are in, you need to change it. As a first step to creating a conducive environment for your gift to flourish, change that environment that you are in. Transform your environment, make it suitable. Surround yourself with people, with resources that will catapult your gift to the next level. Catapult your gift to where you envision yourself being and going and becoming. Because if you don't change that environment, maybe you don't have the opportunity to move somewhere else. And this is important because sometimes you cannot run away, of which running away is a concept I do not recommend. I advise you that you rather run towards something than to run from something. Face your fears, face your environment, and test your environment to see if it's an environment that you should change or it's an environment that you should move away from and move towards the right environment. So the goal is always to have your gift in a right and correct environment where it can flourish. Have your business idea in the right environment where it can flourish. But the goal is not so much as to move away from. So the goal is to move to the right environment. Because if you look at moving away from the environment you're currently in, you don't know the right environment, you can move to a different one and waste time changing places that are going to still be wrong for your gift or for your business. So the goal is to find the right environment for your gift, for your business to flourish, not to run away from bad environments. So understand what your gift is early, test it out, try and error. And first, before you move away, change the environment you're currently in. Make an effort to change the environment you're currently in. Surround yourself with the right people, the right resources, so that your gift can flourish, so that your business can take off. So this is important. Success is geographical. Sometimes you have to move to a different country. Sometimes you have to move to a different city where your business and your gift can be accelerated, can be appreciated. Imagine that you are living in a rural area, in a rural place, but you envision doing a business that is compatible with city lifestyle. Your business is not going to flourish in the rural areas. You're not going to get customers and clients for a city lifestyle business in a rural place. So you have to move to a city so you can get customers. Imagine if your business has to do with agriculture, requires farmland. If you move to a city, it's a disadvantage. If you move to a city, you're not going to find that place, that area for you to farm, for you to plant, for you to build your farmhouse, for you to place your equipment. And you have to consider the weather, the soil. All that is important. So it's not about a city. It's not about a rural place. It's about what place is conducive for your gift to flourish. And on this juncture, I want to point out the importance of understanding where you're from. Because if you don't understand where you're from, then you don't understand where you're going. Understand what place you've been born in, and understand what place you'd like to live in. And it's important that you get access early to pictures, images, video of where you want to go, so you have an idea of what it looks like, so that when you go, when you arrive, you understand that it is the right place for you to be in. Because if you arrive in a place and you didn't have a preconceived vision of what it should look like, it could be another wrong place. Even though you have moved, you've made an effort to move, and you realize it's still the wrong place. I've heard of stories, I've seen people in my lifetime so far that have traveled to different places in pursuit of greener pastures, in pursuit of better opportunities, and they realize that the place is not what they thought it was. They regret moving to a different city, to a different country. They realize it's not what they thought it was. They didn't have enough understanding and research and enough experiential knowledge, enough wisdom to understand that this is not the place that is right for their gift. All they knew that was the place they were currently in was the wrong place for their business, for their ambitions, for their gift. But they didn't know what is the right place for their gift to move to. So they moved to whatever they thought was better, and it ended up being worse. So first, before you move, understand that you can try to change the environment you are currently in. It is a bad environment, but you could change that environment. You being there is the start for the change, the start of the difference that environment could be. You being there means that you can make an effort to surround yourself with the right people. You can make an effort to make changes in that environment. That is the first step, that your gift is already started working. That conception, that perception of understanding and seeing that this is the wrong environment for my gift is the first benefit of your gift towards yourself. Because your gift first benefits you before it benefits everyone else. Your gift should excite you before it excites everyone else. So the first step that your gift can benefit you is your gift helps you to realize that the environment that you're currently in is the wrong environment for the gift to flourish. Therefore, you change the environment that you're currently in. Clean your room, spread your bed, bring more light, open windows, bring in fresh air. First step, get out of your bed, sit on a desk, start to write from a different place. Start to sell from a different place. Change the environment first before you try to move, because sometimes the issue might not be the environment. The issue might be you and your gift discovering it and perfecting it. And that environment might help you to perfect it. So understand, let your gift help you to see what to change in the environment that you're currently in before you move. And then after that, if it doesn't work, and how do you know that it doesn't work? You will outgrow that environment. You will outgrow that environment, and you know that the environment is not enough for you. You become more advanced than the environment. Then you know that even though you can make a change in that environment, it doesn't have the capacity to handle your business, to handle your idea, to handle your gift. Then you move towards the right environment that has the capacity to contain your idea and your business. And how do you discover the right place for your business to flourish? Look at the characteristics of your business. You can research it. Information has become so much available in the day and age that we are in. Research has so much become easier than a year ago. And by the time you listen to this, my son, my niece, my daughter, and my nephew, by the time you listen to this, information is going to be more readily available than we ever imagined in our generation. It is going to be easy for you to research the right place for your business, the right market, the right customer. That has been the challenge for businesses all over the world for decades. Finding the right product market fit, to understand who is my customer, what is their age, what do they think about, what is their problem, what is their pain that I need to solve, and where are they located. That is an important thing when you're studying your business. That is an important thing when you're sharpening your gift, when you're presenting your gift to the world. Who is your audience? Where are they located? What is their age? What is their pain point? What is that thing that they are concerned about most? What do they think about? What else do they enjoy, so that you can find them in that place, in that location? Not everyone not everywhere is going to accept and take your gift. Not everyone, not everywhere is going to accept and take your product. Not everyone, not everywhere is going to buy your product. But the right audience, with the right pain, with the right thoughts, in the right location, are the perfect audience, the perfect customer for your gift, for your product, for your business. So understand, my son, understand, my daughter, my niece, and my nephew. It's important that you understand the location that you're in. It's important to understand what you're supposed to change in that location. Let your gift help you. That is the first proof that you're gifted. When you recognize a change that needs to be done in your environment, you've already started to bring a little heaven to the earth. You've already started to bring a little light to a dark world. When you start to change your environment so that it's more suitable for your gift to flourish. When you start with your room, with your house, with your school, with your family, with your community, that is the change. The global change will come. The global change will come. You can change the world, yes, but the world is full of men. The world is full of households. The world is full of families. The world is full of communities. The world is full of schools. So change the man first. Change the woman first. Change the room first. Change the house. Change the household. Change the family. Change the community. That's how you change the world. If you have 8 billion people changing their room, changing themselves, changing their minds, improving their environments, then you have 8 billion environments changed, and you have the world changed, full of 8 billion people. That's how change works. Change is compounding. Change is by the minute, by the day. Change is by the person, by a purchase, by a customer, by one review, by one recommendation. You are bringing progress to your business, to your audience, to your brand, and to your gift. That's how change happens. Dream big, but start small. I'm going to be mentioning these ideas over and over again so that you understand. Times will change, but the idea remains the same. Times will change, but the concept, the principle remains the same. Nothing is new under the sun. The same things we have seen from the foundation of the world as recorded in history are the same things that we are seeing today in our age. They manifest in different forms. They are called different names and different things, but it's the same things. It remains true that success is geographical. It remains true that your gift is not for everyone, everywhere. Your product, your business is not for everyone, everywhere. It is for the right audience who are in the right place. Your gift will flourish surrounded by the right people in the right environment. A seed requires the right moisture, the right temperature, and the right air for it to germinate. Your gift will always start in a seed form, and you need to create the right temperature, moisture, and air for the gift to germinate, for that seed to germinate, for that capital to compound, to make profit. You need the right environment. Figure out the right environment for your gift. Let your gift start benefiting you by making you alert, making you aware of the things that need to be changed. When you try and it doesn't work, try a different channel of bringing your gift out. Then you know what needs to be changed. Then you know who the right audience for your gift is. My son, my daughter, my niece, and my nephew. I want you to understand success is geographical. Success is geographical. Understand the right market for your product, the right market for your gift, the right market and audience for your business. It's not everywhere that is going to work for you. Understand that. Understand your personality, your gift. Understand what makes it work, what fuels your gift. that is the environment you want to be in. When you try different scenarios, when you try different situations, you will know by measuring the results. Measure the results and look at what made it work the last time and what didn't work. What was present when I flourished? What was present when I sold more? What was present when I sold to these customers, to this audience? What was absent and what was present? Then you know what to maintain, what to seek for, what to add, and what to subtract from your environment. And that way, success will happen for you in the correct geographical place.